can't miss him. He is our largest sea lion. His name is Coco. Coco's 23 years old and weighs in at over 900 pounds. Now for Payne's introduction, you guys are all in for a treat. He's going to be heading a little closer to you. Please make sure you stay in your seats and keep an eye on where you see Andy standing, because here comes Coco. Let's see if Jenny can show you something fun that he's learned. Hello, Jenny! The third sea lion you're going to meet is our resident teenager. His name is Surfer. Surfer's 18 years old and weighs in at almost 500 pounds. Now for his intro, keep an eye on that front floating island. He's going to show you just how much energy a sea lion can have. One of them. He's going to be back in a little bit. His name is Boomerang. Boomerang is 4 years old, and he weighs in at almost 200 pounds. Now, being about 4 years old, sometimes he has a little bit of trouble sitting still and paying attention. He is also starting to feel what it's like to be a male California sea lion. See, generally, summer months are the breeding seasons for California sea lions, and as males or juveniles get a little bit older, they will start to learn how to express dominance. So when he does come out here, which he's right now out here with his trainer, Jen, we're going to see if he can maintain contact with Jen, but you may hear a lot of barking from him as he tries to taunt Surfer a little bit. But since Jen seems to have him with her right now, let's see if she can show you something fun with Boomerang. California sea lions, so let's talk about one of the most asked about questions up here in the theater. How do you tell the difference between a sea lion and a seal? Now, a lot of people get these animals confused, but actually they're quite different. And today I'm going to give you all some tips so you'll be able to tell which one is which. First off, though, let's take a look at the big screen and a picture of a seal. What you're going to notice is that seal has very short front flippers. Now, if you compare those to the flippers of the sea lions on stage, you'll see that they have much longer ones. An interesting fact about a sea lion's flippers, if you look at an X-ray, you'll notice they have a similar bone structure to that of the human hand. They have 5 digits, just like you and I have 5 fingers on our hands. Now, seals and sea lions use their flippers differently, especially when it comes to swimming. Sea lions will use their powerful front flippers in an up and down wing-like motion to help propel them through the water. We're going to see if Boomerang can show you what this looks like. He's going to speed swim across the center of the pool, and he's going to just use those big front flippers. Or not. We're going to try that again. Seals don't use their front flippers like that. They'll use their hind flippers, and they use them in a side-to-side motion, and that is what pushes the seal through the water. So seals and sea lions have different size flippers. They use them differently in the water, and they use them differently on land. Now, you notice all of our sea lions are sitting upright, supporting most of their body weight on those big front flippers. But what I bet you didn't know is that they have a rotating hip bone, and that allows them to stand on all fours. This is very important because of the areas where they're found. Sea lions are found all along the coast of California. Washington, Oregon, even the Galapagos Islands. Now, because these areas are so rocky, sea lions have to be really good at climbing. Check out Boomerang. And even little Jenny can climb as he goes all the way up that big rock. Climbing, running, and walking comes very easy for sea lions because of the mobility of their flippers. They can independently move each flipper from the other. Check out Boomerang. He's going to show you just what this looks like. Different if you watch a seal do on land. Seals don't use their flippers at all. They just sort of flop along on the belly. They look a lot like a caterpillar. So the next time you're trying to figure out if you're looking at a sea lion or a seal, think about the size of the flippers, how they use them on land and in the water, and I bet you'll be able to tell which one is which. Now let's talk about how perfectly adapted sea lions are to their environment. These guys are excellent hunters. And one reason for this is because they have extremely flexible necks. Their necks are so flexible that they can easily touch their nose all the way to their spine.
That's a big one. Yeah.
Now, flexible neck comes in handy when they're swimming into schools of thousands of fish. They'll stretch out that net in any direction and be able to catch a fish from any angle around their body. Once they do, though, they grab onto that fish tight. They have a powerful tooth and jaw structure similar to that of a bear. They have big mouths full of big, sharp teeth. And we're going to see if Surfer can show you all of his teeth out on that front island. Open. One interesting thing, check out to the big screen. That is the inside of Coco's mouth. Now you notice he's got a lot of teeth in there. Well, they don't use any of their teeth for chewing because sea lions, once they catch a fish, will swallow it whole in one big gulp. And we're going to have some fun with that fact today. We are going to hand all three of our oldest sea lions a fish, and they have been trained to hang on to that fish until both Jen and I clap our hands. Once we clap our hands, you're going to see that fish disappear in one big gulp. Alright, so we've got 3 sea lions and 3 fish as soon as we clap. Good. Now it happens pretty quickly, you might have even missed it, so we're going to try it again. And this time I'm actually going to have all of you help us out. We're going to give all 3 of the sea lions a fish again. When we do, I'm going to count to 3, and you're all going to clap your hands together one time while Jen and I make a clap. We're going to see if the sea lions eat their fish for you, or if they wait for us. Now, they are supposed to wait for us. I'm even going to give Surfer a really big fish, and I'm going to make it more tempting for him. All right, looks like we are all set. I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
Look at that. We still have
on the big screen. Oh, yeah.
All right, let's show you how it's done. Now I'm going to let you all in on a little secret. It kind of helps to be the girls on stage with big bucket of fish. By now, you probably realize just how intelligent sea lions are. In fact, recent studies have shown that sea lions are one of the most intelligent of all marine mammals. They even have the ability to use logic and recognition. Now, we thought this was so interesting, we wanted to showcase it up here in the theater. So we have trained our sea lions to recognize shapes. I'm hanging 6 different shapes on the back wall, and we're going to call each of the sea lions down to see if they can find their shape, even though it's mixed up amongst all the others. We're going to start off with Big Coco. We're going to see if he can find his shape, which is the triangle. Let's see if we can find it. Good. He did. Little Teddy has just learned how to do this behavior, and he's going to be looking for the letter J. How about Surfer? Surfer's looking for the star. Good. Now you probably think that we just hang the shapes in the same spot every time and that's how the sea lions know where to go. Well, we're going to prove you wrong. I'm going to change the location of each of the shapes. And then we're going to ask the sea lions again to see if they can still find their shape, even though I've changed its spot. All right, I think I have moved all of the shapes. We'll even change the order of the sea lions. I'll start with Surfer. He's still looking for that star. Good. Fabulous. How about little Teddy? Still looking for that letter J. And finally, Coco, still looking for the triangle. Good. Now, finding shapes on the back wall is just the beginning. For over 40 years now, California sea lions have been helping the United States Navy find and recover lost equipment from the bottom of the ocean. This is some pretty impressive work. We've got some video footage to take a look. Here we are in a training session in San Diego Bay, California.